He just may be the best player to have never won a major championship. Jason Belmonte has had his opportunity, but has failed to capitalize. Belmo has appeared in 5 of the last 6 major championship finals. His last attempt thwarted by 49-year-old Hall of Famer Parker Bone III at January's PBA World Championship. Today, Belmo tries again as the top seed at the USBC Masters, and joining him once more on the stepladder is Parker Bone III. Will the two-handed wonder from Down Under finally get that elusive major? Find out next. Welcome to North Brunswick, New Jersey, in the venerable Brunswick Zone. Carol Ayer for our live coverage of the second major of this PBA season, the USBC Masters. The fans here are ready to see a murderer's row of the game's best, a 5-man stepladder, and for the second straight major, Jason Belmonte, the top seed. Jason will wait to bowl either Britt Stewart-Williams or Texan Wes Malott, each also looking for their first major, or Parker Bone III or Mika Koivuniemi, each of whom have won this title. So a huge lineup for you today. Hello everybody, I'm Lon McCarron. Will this be the major breakthrough Jason Belmonte has been looking for? Or can Major Mika add a 4th to his resume? How about local boy, 49-year-old Parker Bone III? Can he win his second straight major? I will pose that last question to my Hall of Fame broadcast partner, Randy Peterson.
Well, Lon, in order for Parker to do that, he's going to have to accomplish something that's never been done in the history of the Masters, and that's win as a number 4 seed, climb the ladder. You know what? He did it earlier in the season, though, at the PBA World Championships. Parker Bone III throwing brilliant shots to capture his second career title, taking down Jason Belmonte. You know, he had a little bit of luck, too, along the way. Just brilliant shot making. Parker Bone III picks up the hardware, his second career major. But I think today there's going to be a lot more pressure on Parker Bone to repeat at back-to-back major championships. He's got his entire family here. He is the hometown favorite. But you know what, Lon? He does have some good mojo on his side.
Tell me.
Well, you had mentioned that he's 49 years old. The last person to win a major in this building was last season's U.S. Open. Pete Weber won that, and he was 49 when he did it.
The third member of our broadcast team is not 49 years old. It's Kimberly Pressler. Right now, she's standing by with the local hero.
Thanks, Lon. So, Parker, we're here in your home state where you've never won, and you're going for your second consecutive major of this season. How does it feel to be here today?
Feels great. I'm just going to replay what we did a couple of weeks ago and bring it all home when it's all said and done.
Well, talk to me about what you did a few weeks ago when you climbed the stepladder. How hard is that for you to do?
Well, you know, it takes a lot of diligence, and you need to really put a focus on every single shot that you're out there to do. And I take every opponent for what it's worth, try to do the best I can, and if I post 12 great shots, they got their hands full.
Well, good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Lon?
Parker Bone coming up very soon against Mika Koivuniemi. This event is one tough one to capture. A huge field of 468. There were 15 qualifying games, cutting down to the top 63 and defending champion Mike Fagan. Fagan went out early. Double elimination match play. The top 2 directly to the TV finals as the first and second seeds. Then a unique 4-man elimination match for the 3 remaining spots.
The number 5 seed is a 2-time PBA Player of the Year from Heartland, Michigan, Major Mika Koivuniemi.
45 years old, 14 years on tour, and despite the long career for both Mika and Parker Bone, this is just the second time they have met on TV. Mika won the title match of the Geico Open in Arizona back in '05. To start our finals here, the second major of the season, Mika goes Brooklyn. And if you're at home wondering if Mika lost a bet to wear that shirt, indeed he did, to his good buddy Chris Barnes. And Barnes got to design the shirt that Mika would wear on this telecast. And no small feat indeed designing that, Randy.
It looks like somebody's nightmare.
It is Mika's nightmare. Mika trying to clean up in the first. And he does. And Mika's daughter even had a hand in designing that shirt. The back, the number 5 of Swedish Olympic hockey player Nicholas Lindstrom.
The number 4 player owns 33 PBA Tour titles from Jackson, New Jersey. PBA Hall of Famer Parker Bone III.
I told you he was a hometown favorite here, and rightly so. Parker's has bowled a lot of games in this building.
Parker Bone was already a Hall of Famer before he won his first major title. It was this Masters event back in 2001, but not in this house. And of course, the defending world champion going for 2 majors in a row in front of his hometown crowd. Parker opens up in a big way.
Well, he did say that the major that he won earlier in the season, Lon, was the biggest win of his career, his Hall of Fame career, for a number of reasons. Take a look at his kids there holding up the ham bone sign.
And here is a huge matchup. You see the titles each of these players bring. The only players on the stepladder with major titles, each with a televised 300 game, 2-time Player of the Year award for each. These are the standards of the PBA. Parker with the double.
And just finishing why it was the biggest win of his career. It had been 4 years since he had won. It was a major. And at 49 years of age, he knows that he's on the downside of his Hall of Fame career.
So to finish up on this shirt, the yellow colors on the back are the colors of the Swedish Olympic hockey team that defeated Finland in the '06 Olympic gold medal match. Nicholas Lindstrom, number 5, scoring the winning goal. So the pain is front to back on Mika right now, and he does wind up with a strike finally.
I like the way his name is spelled on the back of his shirt phonetically with all the dashes and Mika Koivu Niemi.
At least we've been pronouncing it correctly all these years. Of course, he lost the bet to Chris Barnes when Barnes beat him in the World Bowling Tour Finals, very beginning of this season in Las Vegas. And so Mika's had to wear this shirt through all the Pro-Ams until he made a TV show, and so he's done with it after today. Down by 10 to Parker Bone. That's the ball Mika was looking for as he doubles.
Well, he went high the first frame on that left lane, and Mika Koivuniemi just gave it a little more air as Parker Bone is adjusting the tape in that thumb hole. He's gone to a brand new grip and 15 pounds, and he did that 13 months ago. He actually is using finger inserts for the very first time in his career. There you see a look, or take a look at the vinyl inserts. Parker's never used inserts before prior to 13 months ago. He said it took a long time to get to adjust the grip to where it felt just right.
I'm the new guy here. What do they do, the inserts?
Well, it depends on who you ask, but for me, it gives me more comfort and more power.
Bottom of the third for Parker Bone. He's still perfect with the 3-bagger to open up this opening match.
Well, this form here has withstood the test of time. There's something you don't see very often is Parker falling off of his shot.
One thing about Parker winning that world championship from the bottom rung of the stepladder, even the day before he was on the bottom rung. He was 24th out of 24 qualifiers and managed to work his way to the title match and win it against top-seeded Belmont. Yeah, that's a hometown roll.
Well, that's a great way to start for Parker Bone III. And, you know, Mika's a seasoned veteran. He's won multiple majors out here, so he's been in this position before. If it was anybody else, they'd probably fold up like a bad lawn chair, but Mika's tough. He's bowled all over the world. He's a seasoned veteran out here.
His first win ever at this tournament. Second win came the next year, the U.S. Open. And Mika with a 3-bagger of his own. You see his path to this championship. He lost his very first match, dropped into the loser's bracket, and had to beat really a very tough field of players to get here.
Well, anytime you lose your first match in this double elimination format, you're going to spend an eternity in the loser's bracket, and that's what Mika ended up doing.
He bowled many more matches than anyone else on this stepladder. I don't think fatigue is going to be a problem for Mika Koivuniemi. Leaves the 10. And now Mika had a tough road to get here, as you saw. And you may have seen this on Extra Frame yesterday. He left the 7-10. He needed it to advance. And he got it.
Look at that extra frame, brother. That was perfect.
And that helped Mika move on to this TV final.
A little high five from Jason Couch.
Mika converts. And that 7-10 conversion was bad news for Mike Machuga, who was the last man out of this tournament. He was in that 4-man bowl-off that only allowed 3 to advance. Now Parker Bone, the third, up by 11. Still perfect is Parker Bone, the third.
And this is not a good sign for the rest of the right-handers as you take a look at Parker's road to getting here.
Opened with Andres
Lost to
Gomez,
Belmonte,
yeah.
and the match that really mattered, that got him into the shootout, was the match against Brian Kretzer. Brian struggled, had an awful ball reaction on the final pair that they competed on. Parker just smoked him a 780 to 5-0.
Tough list of players he had to get through, but I'm sure every one of them said, oh no, I got to go from Parker Bone. Parker comes through once again. It's still perfect with the front 6. Up by 31, hometown Hall of Famer Parker Bone is in the strike zone, in the bone zone. He's going to try to finish off Mika when we come back.